The Bruce.
Yes. Script of denying your
Einen Moment. Also, Entschuldigung.
No problem.
So that's camera one. That's the. I have so much paper.
Ja.
Just einen Moment.
Worum geht's denn genau?
Um Leistungen vom Jobcenter.
Genau, und er
Yes,
muss irgendwie. Er muss nachweisen, dass er in Deutschland gearbeitet hat und deswegen auch
Genau.
ist, das irgendwie zu
Genau,
bekommen.
genau.
The paper that they from the job center denied you.
The reason my stuff is all over the place, I've been to all these lawyers before.
This is not what I mean. Because,
No, but if you can explain to them, I went here. They were nice. They sent me to the job center. To be honest with you, the job center staff became really quite violent and said, I've never worked in Germany and the only money we'll give you is a flight back to UK. Get the fuck out of Germany. I said, do I get any paperwork? They were like, get out. So I explained...
wir haben vom Jobcenter gar nichts, no paper bekommen.
Oh, they were actually physically violent. They got security to get me out. They said, why don't you leave Germany? Well, the only money you get is to leave. They said, I never worked in Germany. I said, ein Moment. I have Sky Deutschland SAP. Get out. Laughing. So I went here and they looked at the same information that they have and they said, yes, you've been given no job center, and as of now, the job center doesn't have the correct information from you, because the lady in the job center over there said, I applied for job center numerous times. The lady here said, that's a total lie. That's not true. So the job center is lying to me about everything. I can't physically go back to that job center because of it was so violent. This is the one thing I can get.
Wo waren Sie denn? Trier Stadt oder hier gibt es ja zwei.
Oder war da eine Dachbaustraße?
Dachbaustraße.
In Trier Nord.
Oh yeah, over the river.
Over the river, das
Ja.
ist Trier Stadt.
Also,
Trier Nord ist Trier Saarburg, aber Trier Stadt ist eigentlich besser als Trier Saarburg. Ja, das ist sehr relativ. Okay, Beratungshilfeschein haben Sie bekommen, ne?
Yes. If you can just explain to her, my paperwork is all a mess because one lawyer had all my stuff for the hospital and then he's not doing it to another one, so that's why I have all this all over the place.
Ich habe gewundert, wenn Sie jetzt gar kein Englisch hier.
Is that it? Is that the right one?
SGB 2, yes, that's the right one. Okay.
So,
Können Sie mir kurz sagen, Sie kommen aus Großbritannien, wann sind Sie nach Deutschland gekommen und wann haben Sie wo gearbeitet?
When do you came from Great Britain and when do you worked where?
yeah. So what I would say is there's a little part that's complicated and Becker and this is linked.
Yeah.
You
I know.
understand? So I arrived in Deutschland March 2016 in Meerbusch, in Würzburg, in Düsseldorf,
Düsseldorf.
Visa Airport.
Mhm. Und Sie sind auch rübergekommen wegen Beschäftigungsverhältnis.
Came to work here.
Yes.
Von wo?
Where?
Well,
Sky Deutschland? Or
no. I wanted, well, first of all, I knew I had to learn German.
Okay.
And I went around all the language schools saying, can you help? What you have to explain to her is I was a very high profile Canadian banker at Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of Montreal. I delivered $6 billion worth of IT projects. And then I got in a really bad accident and I lost all my money.
I understand.
Okay.
But this is
Okay, no, I'm just giving you background. So I arrived here, I tried to learn German.
Mhm.
They all said I'm not black and I'm not Muslim, so they all said no. So I couldn't get a job in Düsseldorf.
Mhm.
I then went to Würzburg and I handed out my Lebenslauf everywhere. And because I couldn't speak Deutsch, it was 99999. So I went to no language school would help me, and then IHK started teaching me some German, and then BTO is an Italian company based from Milan, and they have an office in Munich. So they hired me, and they sent me to Sky Deutschland in September 2016.
Ist das dann sowas wie eine Fremdarbeitsfirma, dieses BTO? Oder wie soll ich das verstehen? Die haben Sie entsendet an...
What kind of company is the...
BTO is basically...
They send...
They basically hire project managers to like a 50,000 wage, and then once they realize the project managers are good, they outsource them to big companies, and BTO makes money from the big companies, but I still get my 50,000.
Okay, but you get your money from Sky Deutschland then? This is just...
No, I get my money, so Sky Deutschland pays BTO and BTO pays me.
Das ist wahrscheinlich schon wie eine Zeitarbeitsfirma oder eine Arbeitsfirma, aber halt auf einem großen Stil.
The problem was, BTO didn't pay me, BTO didn't pay my AOK, and Sky Deutschland didn't give me any money. There was no equipment, no nothing, and when I was in Sky Deutschland said, you need to get off the premises because there's a big mix-up with contracts. BTO then disappeared. They left Germany.
Das war also bei Sky Deutschland ab September 2016.
Started, yeah. I started with BTO September and then with Sky Deutschland in September, yeah.
Okay. Und bis wann ging's?
How long?
Well, it was difficult because I never had a termination notice. They were trying to do everything by WhatsApp. I said, I want my wage, I want to be paid, I want my AOK, and BTO disappeared to Italy. So I never got my termination notice, and I got a lawyer in Munich to take BTO and Sky Deutschland to court over mobbing, deletion of work, no equipment, loss of wages. Then the Munich lawyer went to the Arbeitsgericht. Sky Deutschland gave him money, which was mine, and I never got it back. So I have a lawyer in Trier trying to get my money back from that lawyer.
Who is it?
Well, I had two. I had Jacobs, and then I had the one beside Pontenegra.
Mm-hmm.
And what they both said is, yes, the lawyer in Munich is lying, but Munich is too far, so I'm not your lawyer anymore.
Okay.
So I can't get the money.
Okay.
They basically...
Hey, krass. Also, das ist immer ein bisschen andersrum. Der ist im anderen Leben. Also, kann man sich nicht profilieren mit so krassen Fällen?
Ja, das mag jetzt für euch krass sein, aber...
Ja, okay.
Yeah, like that was the first one.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So I've had two lawyers in Trier admit that this guy in Munich was criminal, the lawyer, and took my money. I never got any of my money.
Okay, but gibt es denn irgendeinen Fixpunkt da oder irgendein Schriftstück aus München, wann das Arbeitsverhältnis dann offiziell beendet wurde?
Das ist die Kündigung. If you got the paper
Where you get fired?
Yes.
I was never given that.
No papers.
No, what happened was
But wenn Sie vor Gericht waren mit diesem Anwalt in München?
Yeah, 1 second. I have the Can you take this over here? I'm on my visit.
So war das die Have you papers from the...
Yeah, the problem is today
Arbeit-
has been a nightmare, so my stuff is now all over the place because of what the hospital law is doing. So the lawyer at
Rebecca.
no. The lawyer at you know the Pontenegra,
Yes.
the restaurant.
Yes.
He has the transcript. Yes.
Yes.
He has the transcript of the Arbeitsgericht
Mm-hmm.
of exactly what happened. They agreed on 2,500, which was, I didn't agree on that. They agreed to give my laptop back, I didn't agree on that. They agreed a termination date of December. He has all the information.
Okay.
But it was basically they agreed that I was terminated in the beginning of December.
Heißt, hat zugestimmt, dass Dezember dann Schluss ist, oder wie?
Die haben, they terminated you at December, which year?
2016. So what happened was I wanted to go to the Arbeitsgericht with this Munich lawyer, and the Munich lawyer said, no, it's against the law that you come with me. So he went himself, he took all the money, he didn't want me to go to the court because then I would have seen what was happening. So the Munich lawyer did everything I told him not to do. So the lawyer over at the Ponte Negra has the Arbeitsgericht 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, of which he agreed to. I didn't. I never got my money. And he said he agreed with BTO that I was terminated in the beginning of December. I wasn't given any documentation. I had to go to the Munich Arbeitsgericht to get it myself. That Munich lawyer took my money and disappeared.
Was heißt terminated, gefeuert oder was? Also bis September bis Dezember letztlich das Arbeitsverhältnis dann.
Yeah. And then I started a new job with SAP on December 15th. SAP Hybrids.
2016.
Genau. That was the contract.
Okay. Also in Munich.
Yes.
Okay.
This was the harassment case. So I have the harassment case against Sky Deutschland and also SAP. What happened was they realized I was financially vulnerable, then made me work, and then just didn't pay me. Didn't pay my AOK. But that was the letter that lawyer wrote.
So, SAP Dezember 2016, also direkt im Anschluss an Sky quasi.
Sorry?
When does SAP started? December 2016.
So directly...
December 16, 2016.
Okay.
So there was a small gap of like maybe 7 days between...
And wie lange liegt's da? How long there?
This is where it complicates with Rebecca.
With Rebecca,
Because
with
and this is important, is if you see this, that's important that you read.
Okay.
This was the lawyer for SAP because what happened was it became so violent. My boss was from the UK and he didn't like that I was Canadian. So he was forcing drugs, alcohol. I was taking videos of everything. It became really bad mobbing, violence. So I was in the office until about March 2017, and then I contacted Human Resources. I said, this is too much. I can't work like this. So they said, leave the office immediately. You're on Krankengeld. We need to understand what's going on. So
in March
of 2017. So then in April 2017, I had to go to an interview in Waldorf, the headquarters for SAP. I showed them all the evidence, emails, harassment. She said, it's too dangerous for you to go back to that office. Go on Krankengeld. I said, but I'm not sick. I said, I'm under stress. Can you place me in another office? She said, your situation at SAP of what they did is so bad, we don't know what to do. So I said, okay. So I saw the working council, I saw all of them at SAP, and they said, so what was happening, I went to Hanover to get this lawyer, and I was just waiting to go to court against SAP. And then SAP said they terminated me. And I was speaking with this lawyer. I said, that's not true. Because when I was in Munich, I had a registered address in Germering. When the violence became so bad with Sky Deutschland and SAP, I left Munich. And I was under the agreement with AOK that I get the sick note and I email it. This is kind of what I've been going through with Air Becker. And I email it to them. Alles good, no problem. This lawyer basically proved with SAP that I wasn't terminated. There was no physical termination notice because I wasn't living in Munich. They didn't call me. There's no email. There's no physical evidence of termination. So 1 week, he set a date in Munich to go to the Arbeitsgericht in October, end of October last year, 2017. 1 week before I go to court, I get attacked twice, once in Hanover, once in Cologne, and I end up in hospital. And this lawyer said, oh, you're no longer in Hanover, you're in Düsseldorf, I'm not your lawyer anymore. So then I didn't have a lawyer for SAP. So from then, it became very difficult with AOK, as you know. They're like, they're lying to everybody. And essentially what happened was, I ran out of the Commerce Bank, froze my money, and for the last 6 months, from October 17th, right before my Arbeitsgericht, Commerce Bank, AOK, SAP, froze all my money. So now, I'm in limbo land. I have nothing.
Also since October
last year.
last year.
So that's what I was trying to say about the job center. I have a European passport, but the last 6 months I've been left with a t-shirt and shorts outside in the winter. No one would give me any money. And then when I go to the job center and try and explain what happened, really spoke to me very, very badly.
Not so nice.
No.
Unfortunately.
So my point is with the job center, you know, like Becker was saying, I was terminated, but this actual documentation proves that I wasn't terminated. But until he gets my money from AOK, I can't find the court. The Arbeitsgericht needs to decide what happened. But I have no geld, no clothes. I can't go to the Arbeitsgericht.
Gut, also dann haben wir ja schon mal ein bisschen
So
warm.
I need emergency money until Becker can get the money back from AOK. Then I can stabilize. Then I can go to court against SAP and Sky Deutschland, and then I have my life
Okay.
back. You understand?
I understand. Was wir jetzt brauchen ist noch, haben Sie hier eine Meldeadresse?
Yes, I have a mail address.
Eine
Fine.
Meldeadresse.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
and Benedict Law.
Ja?
No.
What's your...
Okay, yes, I understand. When I was in, when I came to Trier, I did couch surfing, and then I became friends with the person. He was a social worker. All my mail gets sent to Franz Georg Straße. That's where I was staying for a long time. The problem was his girlfriend didn't like me. So that's why I had to go to Benedict Labra house, but all my mail still gets sent to his house. I have all my bank statements, everything goes to Franz Georg Straße. Everything.
Aber gemeldet sind Sie jetzt in die
If you look, so Sparkasse, it goes to Franz Georg Straße.
Aber Sie sind gemeldet im Benedikt Labra Haus.
Sorry?
Ja, meldet, ne?
I get nothing sent to Benedict Labra house, no.
No, but do you wear?
But you could, you have the possibility to.
I don't know, only because they're not being very nice to me.
Okay.
They're really not being, they realize I'm a high profile guy and they're making my life not very difficult.
Okay, also, aber dieser Freund, der ist auch damit einverstanden, dass die Post weiter, auch wenn sie nicht mehr da wohnen können, aber ihre Post darf weiterhin dahin.
It's okay that your stuff is sent to.
Franz Jobstrasse, yes.
It's fine.
Yes, he texted me the other day saying, oh, you have 2 letters you have to pick up.
Okay. This is he is.
So both me and the guy is okay. It's just his girlfriend hates me.
So it's no problem to send.
No.
Wo war die Adresse von dem?
No.
Nee. Hier nichts, ne? Doch, Franz-Georg-Straße.
Also.
Ne?
Because the big problem is, if you can explain to her, because I got attacked so badly, I rely on medication, and I have no money for medication, no money for food, no money for clothes. The medication is the big one.
Ein mir bekanntes Problem. Kein Jobcenter, keine Krankenversicherung.
But to be honest with you, if you can tell her, look, I'm a big boy, I'm 41. If someone shouts at me, I don't care. But the way they treated me in that job center was horrendous. It takes a lot to annoy me, but it was really bad. This one, the one over here, it's normal. They treat you like a human being. This building over here, oh my God.
I believe you.
It's horrendous.
You know what the situation is institute.
If you can explain one last thing. When I went to the job center, they said you get no money because you've never worked in Germany. I said, that's clearly not true. So they just wouldn't talk to me. Wouldn't look at any evidence, nothing.
She get it.
Okay.
I get it. Ich überlege gerade, Sie haben ja jetzt, das ist halt das Doofe, dass die Leute sich immer abwimmeln lassen, ohne irgendeinen schriftlichen Antrag und ohne einen schriftlichen Bescheid, dass sie abgelehnt werden. Sprich, sie sind eigentlich so gut wie nicht da gewesen. Ne? Ist halt...
Also müsste er sehr wahrscheinlich nochmal dahin gehen und sich schriftlich geben lassen, dass es abgelehnt wird.
Ist halt die Überlegung, ob es nicht sinnig wäre, wenn wir uns so einen Antrag ausdrucken und den von hier aus losschicken für Sie. Dann ist er nämlich da und dann müssen die auch irgendwie bescheiden. Selbst wenn die dann sagen nein, aber dann hat man halt einen. Ne?
That's something I need to know.
Maybe.
Yes, of course.
You have to have a paper text that says that they give you no money.
Yes, but they won't do it.
Yes.
You need a paper
that
that says you was there.
yes.
You were there,
Okay.
and you tried to
get your money.
get your money or whatever.
The problem is I can't go back there.
Yes.
Yes.
He takes it off the internet. Here
We send it
yes.
as an email.
Ah, okay.
So you don't have to be physical there, and your speak is strange to them. They're
Fuck you
stupid
too.
people over there. Stupid. Very.
No, but you know what? It was just being nasty, just to be nasty. I'm like, but then they got security to pull me by the... I'm like, why are you calling security? I have not done nothing.
Yeah. That's... We can't explain because we don't understand it too. It's rough people. Wie nennt man Assi auf Englisch?
Hey, so.
Antisocial people.
Oh, she was loving it, man. Just because I was in a bad situation, she was loving it. Like, ha, ha, ha.